Dog breeding may be more difficult than you think.
And what it takes to make it as a young musician in Albuquerque. I'm Ashley Neighbor.
And I'm Viridiana Vasquez, coming up on UNM News.
Many people see dog breeding as an easy way to make money, ignoring the work and responsibility involved with keeping the puppies alive and healthy. Viridiana Vasquez reports on what challenges some dog breeders face when a new litter is born.
I went through a lot of sleepless nights when she started delivering her babies. She lasted about 15 hours giving birth.
Dog breeder Erica Vasquez, who is my sister, is experiencing her first litter of English bulldogs. She recalls this experience as being very stressful and time-consuming.
She had a total of 9 puppies and 3 of them survived. 2 of them were born dead, 1 was born very weak and died a day later, and 3 of them were suffocated by their mom.
Vasquez says that it was heartbreaking to find the dead puppies because she hoped all of them would survive.
Well, all dogs are difficult to take care of when they give birth, but bulldogs are big dogs, so you have to be extra careful just to make sure the mom doesn't sit on the babies. Yeah, well, I practiced CPR on 2 of the puppies that were suffocated. When I got in, I found them underneath their mom. They were no longer breathing. Yeah, and I was actually able to save both of the puppies. I guess it was just perfect timing.
Although dog breeding can be difficult at times, Vasquez says seeing the puppies grow healthy is worth every difficult moment. Vasquez plans on selling the remaining puppies roughly around $1,000 each. This is Viridiana Vasquez reporting.
Music is part of multimedia. Today's technology blurs the line between different forms of multimedia. Audio and video are now interlocked within news and entertainment. Marino Spencer reports on how Brian James, a local computer technician, got his start within multimedia.
I would say I use essentially just about anything that is at my disposal when it comes to things multimedia based. For my own work and what I do,
Brian James is a musician and computer technician who dabbles in many forms of multimedia. James got his start playing Nirvana songs on guitar as a teenager, but he also learned other instruments.
So I was able to get a bass cheap, so I started to learn the bass, and I was okay at it. Finally, I got a drum kit. I had a very patient mother. I started playing a lot, practicing a lot.
James says playing different instruments helped him move beyond rock music. He stumbled upon electronic music because its production methods intrigued him.
So I started to discover a lot of that music. I wanted to make more of it. And so I was interested, well, how do you make music on a computer? And I started to get into tracking programs. Then it all kind of just led into just learning more and more about it. I started to play more music using hardware. I started to learn how to record using software. And it just kind of came together from there. So,
in addition to working with audio, James also works with video.
I'm usually shooting on DSLR and things along those lines. I was pretty lucky to always know someone who was relatively geeky growing up, so I always had my hands in some kind of music technology or video technology, or something like that.
With an extensive background in audio and video, James says he obtained a career with a computer company, Obedia and PC Audio Labs. James provides technical support to a variety of musicians using their products.
We've worked with a lot of really great large name clients. We've worked with BT, we've worked with Peter Frampton, Alan Parsons, Fred Corey, who scores the music for The Night Shift that's shot here in Albuquerque. We've worked with him. Dweezil Zappa is a really cool client of ours.
Using different forms of multimedia led James to a career working with well-known clients in the music and film industry. James says he will always try to be on the cutting edge of music technology. This is Marino Spencer reporting.
After a long weekend of tough competition in Denver, Colorado, a local volleyball team plans on working harder before their next big tournament. Ricky Garcia reports about a young volleyball player feeling the pressure to succeed.
Losing can get you down, or you can be like my sister, Ricky Garcia, and use these losses as a learning experience.
We want to increase our skills and do better. Like, if we play the teams that we played in other tournaments and we lost to them, we want to come back and beat them.
Garcia and her team recently played a large tournament in Denver, Colorado, where the young teen felt the pressure.
I felt overwhelmed because there were so many teams playing at once with all the courts around you, so many parents sitting around the courts, and if you lost, then you would go down in your bracket.
For many girls like Garcia, winning is important, but in any team, it's working together that counts.
Team dynamic is like, sometimes it could be very frustrating because some of the girls could be very bossy and they can coach you when that's the coach's responsibilities, but sometimes you could have like that special bond with them on and off the court.
Garcia's frustrations have led her to question her future.
I don't see myself playing professionally. As of right now, it's just a hobby, like I like to do it for fun. But when I'm older, I would like to teach volleyball and coach it for schools or a club.
Garcia and her team Singe will focus on training for the next few weeks, preparing for a local tournament in April and tournaments in Amarillo and Chicago after that. This is Ricky Garcia reporting.
Ricky Garcia joins us to describe what it is like dealing with a sister who is also an aspiring athlete. Ricky, thank you for joining us. Tell me, what are some of the challenges that your sister is facing right now?
Well, at the age of only 15 years old, my sister has faced a lot of challenges in her volleyball career. This last year, she didn't make her high school volleyball team, and she felt discouraged for a while. So my parents decided to try club volleyball, which is, more competition, and she ended up making that team. Another challenge that she's faced is height. A lot of coaches want taller girls on their team, and she's not that tall. Another problem is everyone in the city is playing volleyball, and there's only one position that she is good at, and everyone's fighting for that one position. So there's a lot of challenges that she's faced, and she's also overcome them.
Definitely. Well, that's awesome, Ricky. How does it feel having a sister that's, getting discouraged a little bit to play professionally?
It's hard for my parents and I to encourage her when she feels discouraged. We want the best for her. We want her to eventually play professional volleyball. I mean, that would be great. But we just got to keep pushing her, and we attend her games, cheer her on, and hope for the best.
Definitely. Well, we are definitely cheering on Aaliyah with you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And Vera, has anything like that ever happened to you?
Actually, when I was in high school, I wanted to play volleyball, but I never did because I thought it was too short, so I see what she's facing.
Oh, man. See, that was never my problem. I was always too tall. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Ashley Neighbor.
And I'm Viridiana Vasquez.
Oh, I see.